Hello friends, welcome back to your own channel Wealth Saga Global. People are afraid, people are skeptical, people are waiting that when the market will crash, and market is making its all-time highs every day. But a very important point to notice here is there are few indicators which are clearly indicating that market is overvalued and it is ready for crash, and Warren Buffett indicator is giving very dangerous signals. And why it is that so, and why the market are still rising, we will understand in this very important video. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, immediately subscribe to it, hit the bell icon for that, and you'll get the instant notifications whenever we upload a new video. Without wasting any further time, let's begin. As you'd be aware, and I had already told you, that Trump had told Warren Buffett that he had sold airline stocks, which was his biggest mistake. Apart from airlines, Warren Buffett had also sold some big banks like Goldman Sachs. And recently the news had come, that is on 14th of August, lately, that Warren Buffett has invested in gold. And why is this action taken by Warren Buffett? We'll understand in this very important video. And what are the indicators which are giving the signal that market is ready for crash. So now people would be confounding, and there are many people who are saying that Warren Buffett has done a big mistake by taking out money from stock market. But has he done a mistake? I will make you understand that whatever decision he takes, this old man takes, these are very wise decision, and I'm sure we should stick to the basics which he has taught us, because whenever it comes to investing, I look forward to his ideals, his messages, his fundamentals. Now in this very important video, we are going to understand about the Warren Buffett indicator. What does Warren Buffett indicator mean? What is Warren Buffett indicator telling right now? Why is market going up? Is the stock market crash evident recently? And of course, what is my view and what am I doing right now? So Warren Buffett indicator simply indicates two things: market cap and GDP. The Warren Buffett indicator gives the clear-cut signal whether the market is valued, correct valued, overvalued, undervalued, with the help of market cap of stock market and GDP. So how does he do that? Warren Buffett indicator takes the combined market cap of countries' publicly traded stocks and divides it by quarterly GDP. So when you get to know the complete market cap of all the traded stocks and you divide it with the GDP of that country, you come to know the valuation of that particular country's stock market. And by that you come to know whether the companies, or rather the country's valuation, the stock market valuation, the index valuation is okay, or it is overvalued, or it is undervalued. Now I'll tell you how the valuation of global markets is there, of course the Indian market as well. So clearly market cap determines and gives you the mirror effect of stock market as a whole, and GDP mirrors the economy. So in this indicator, you get to know complete analysis of market and economy as a whole, whether market is overvalued vis-a-vis economy, or it is undervalued, or it is fairly valued. As you are aware, Warren Buffett never ever times the market. He focuses on the right valuation of the company. That is the reason why Warren Buffett indicator doesn't tell you the time. It tells you the right valuation, when to invest and when not to. If we talk about Indian perspective, total Indian market capitalization as on date is approximately 125k crore. We are talking about 2020. And if we talk about the India's GDP, which is above 200k, and that gives you the clear-cut indication that Indian market is as of now 63. The Warren Buffett indicator is giving you the signal of 63. And is 63 undervalued or overvalued? If you discuss it with the help of the historical valuation of Indian markets, then you consider 63 as to be the modestly undervalued. What do you mean by that? That when the Indian markets are overvalued, the maximum it goes is 93%. Presently it is going to 63%, which is significantly and modestly undervalued. That is the reason why we are not afraid, at least I am not much afraid why the market is rising. However, if you talk about the other economies, the US market, Warren Buffett indicator is giving the percentage of 175%. So you would be comparing 63% vis-a-vis 175%. You would be considering US market to be very overvalued. Let me tell you, you friends, the US market has always been highly valued. So you can understand the undervaluation of US market is itself 72%. So 175%, which is presently showing ratio 179%, which is clear cut overvalued, despite the correct valuation is 114%, that is above 100% is considered to be fairly valued. But presently the Warren Buffett indicator is giving the signal of US market to be significantly overvalued, and that is the reason why it is giving a very dangerous signal that US market can crash. And let me tell you friends, US market are one of the biggest markets of this world, and if they crash, then of course this will have impact on the various other economies, and of course the other economies, the smaller economies like India, will also face the heat. Now, why the situation is dangerous? Let's understand this very clearly, because we must know why situation is getting dangerous and still the market is going up. Okay, so let's understand the factors which are affecting economy. The factors which affect the economy, if we talk about the pre-COVID situation, then we find out the GDP was at a very fast-paced growth, and there was rather 10 years of constant growth from 2009 to 2020. There has been a significant growth in almost all sectors and in almost all countries across the globe. So whole sector, whole economy was booming. Employment rate was very high. People were getting employed. They were being well paid. Because of the high employment rate and globalization, people were ready to accept the imports from various other countries, and there was high export which was going on. But situation now presently, which I will be discussing further, has deteriorated. There was high consumer spending. People were wanting to spend more. They were wanting to spend not only on needs but also on those things which are luxuries. But now the situation is getting different. Their interest rates were higher. People were wanting to keep their money in banks, but presently what is happening as of now is absolutely opposite. The GDP is not growing. All sectors are not booming. The earlier situation, which was regarding employment rate, is presently very low, and US employment rate has gone even more high. Unemployment rate is rising on day-to-day basis. However, the recent news have come that unemployment is improving. But let me tell you friends, things on paper and on ground are totally different. If you talk about the globalization, every country is now focusing on localization. They are avoiding globalization, and they are more focusing on localization. Now if you take the perspective of India is also focusing on Make in India. So if every country will focus on localization, this globalization will hamper, and will the only person, and or rather the only thing which will suffer is the global economy as a whole. Now, because of high unemployment, because of lower revenues, the consumer spending has also gone down, which will increase, and rather which will aggravate the bad situation, the poor situation of economy, because the loan growth is also falling. When the loan growth will fall, that means people are wanting to take lesser loans, people are wanting to spend less, and once they will spend less, the revenues of companies will generate less, and once the revenue will generate less, of course there will be more layoffs and more unemployment. Now, if we talk about the banking sector, the interest rates are multi-year low. Why will people keep their money in the banks when the banks are offering such low interest rates? At least I will not be interested to keep my money in the banks. And where are they focusing? Where is the money going? Why the situation is dangerous? Because if you see the market, if you see the US market, they are touching all-time high. Despite all these worsened factors, if you talk about the other stocks, Apple is almost reaching its all-time high. Do you think that Apple is producing more phones, or the people are wanting to buy more phones? Are you serious? So at least I am not. If you talk about Amazon is also hitting its all-time high, and if you see the 1-year chart, you can see it is reaching its all-time high. So is the market conducive of these rates? Is the market factoring in all these poor economic situation? Do you think that people are wanting to spend more on Amazon shopping? Are people having more money to spend as compared to pre-COVID levels? If you talk about some technological companies like Facebook, people, of course, people are having more time and they are watching Facebook more. But from where is Facebook earning revenues? They are earning from ad revenues. People are not wanting to put in ads. The companies are not wanting to do advertising because of their lower revenues. Still, you can see that companies like Facebook are also rising. So what does it indicate? It indicates clearly that market is ready for a big crash. But still you are not seeing the crash, rather than you are finding that market is rising on everyday basis. And now, why is market rising? Let's understand that. Firstly, we'll understand with the global perspective. You must know there is a lot of injection of liquidity which has been done to the financial system to avoid creation of this vicious cycle. So how to avoid that creation of vicious cycle? The government has taken this step to infuse the liquidity, to infuse the money into the system. US market had infused $1.5 trillion in 2 days. So where will this money go? Of course, this money has to be invested somewhere. People or in institutions or companies will not keep this money handy in their bank accounts. They will of course invest it somewhere. The $750 billion was given as credit loan system. Of course, this loan system has to be repaid, but as of now, this money has to be parked in somewhere, and that money, that parking space is nowhere other than stock market and gold. Why? Because the falling bond and interest yields do not enthuse investors to keep their money in bonds and interest. So the only place, the only safe haven presently to invest money is stock market and gold. But let me tell you friends, this money has to be given back, and not only given back, because this money is not charity. This money is in the form of loans. This money is not only to be given back, but also that also has to be given and returned with interest as well. So what does it mean? It means that this money which is parked in stock market and gold as of now will be taken out of system one day or the other, and then you will witness the stock market crash coming that day. Now, the biggest question was, what should we do? What should we do as of now? So what should we do is, let's see the Nifty 50 chart. Nifty 50 chart, this is monthly chart, and you can see the market is recovering on every month on month basis. If you talk about Nifty PE, that is Nifty PE is above 31, which is critically overvalued. So what you need to do is you need to be extremely stock specific. If you talk about myself, I have not purchased any fresh stock for past 10 days as far as my investment is concerned. If you talk about my short-term position, yes, of course, yes. For swing trading, yes. But if you talk about my portfolio investment for long term, I have not bought any stock for past 10 days. That in the month of August, probably after 5th of August, I have not bought anything. So that is how I am taking Nifty as of now. I am taking the market as of now. I consider market to be very, very overvalued, and do not consider fresh investment as on date. But yes, if I find value in any particular stock, I will definitely invest, and I will prefer to wait rather than invest blindly, because the market is as it is overvalued. If I cannot be on the buying spree at the moment, because Nifty is clearly giving the signals that it is clearly overvalued. So these are my views. What are your views about the stock market crash? Do you think market will crash? And if you feel the market will crash, then when? Let me know in the comment section. What are the sectors in which you are focusing? What are the sectors which you think will not crash? Or what are the sectors which will crash first? Let me know in the comment section. It will be a healthy discussion, and we can know a lot of opinion from your side as well. Thank you so much for giving your precious time. I hope you learned something new. Please feel free to drop in any questions should there be any. Bye-bye for now.